Travis Hunter proposed to his girlfriend Lena with a $15 million diamond ring.
Money well spent, right?
Yes, sir.
Who did it? Who did it?
Yeah, no, you did that EDC, man.
There you go, bro.
Good move.
It's a terrible move. He married somebody that has a tape of them eating out on the internet. That's also clearly given the same level of access that he has as a professional athlete and celebrity to a man who is not. She's consistently dated down, or excuse me, men who are beneath Travis Hunter, and now she secured a bag by marrying him. Like, at the same time, to Jay's point, that just may be a lesson he has to learn, because, you know, my pops told me, you know, a hard head makes for a soft ass. And too many celebrities and too many other men and who are experienced in what he's dealing with told him not to do it, and he still did it. So that lesson that he's going to learn from this has to be his. That woman is 33 years old. He's 22. This is, you know, of course,
She's
women.
33.
Yeah, she's old. She's older. She's way older than him. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, I know she's older than him.
Damn,
like, hold on.
It's a fact. That's a
I
fact.
think it's like 3 years or 3 years difference.
Oh yeah, there you go. She's something like he's older. He's older than him, and then she's shown him who she was, and he doesn't believe it. Like, you can't protect him from being a sucker. That's not. It's just something like, you know, for every a man won't stop being a sucker until he gets licked, and I guess this is him getting licked now, because she's definitely secured the bag.
All right, go ahead, Dope.
My position is, I got several takes. So I don't like the way that people think that you can, like, go on the internet and call a nigga girl, like, yo, bro, she's a whore, leave her. Like, that's not how you get somebody to take heed to your advice. Because you're not really saying that out of love. You're saying it because you hate whores. And we all dislike, you know, those type of women for the most part. But it's a certain way that you communicate to somebody about the things that they're going through. It's a certain way to try to communicate that. And I don't think that people were genuinely communicating that the right way. They just use it as an excuse to drag a whore that they saw. Is he making a bad decision? I think he's fucked. I think he's following his heart. And of course, I would tell him, as an older guy, I really think you should rethink this through. But we all kind of had to, we all been through it a little bit when we were young and low, and we was green. We might have trusted a girl we wasn't supposed to. The only thing is, he got a lot of money now. That early, we all got to make the mistakes when we didn't really have a lot of money. So is it a good move? Absolutely not. I don't think so. But at the same time, we all had to touch money and then lose money and learn how to get it back. So him, if they go through a divorce, he lose some money, he'll get more money. You know, we all been through it, like I said. So I don't necessarily agree with a ton of the takes. And as far as like him buying her the car and the G-Wagon, everybody gonna get, if everybody actually had money, you want to get your girl a new car, because you want your girl's a reflection of you. You want to take your money and you want to use it to make the people around you happy. So you want to buy an expensive ring, you want to buy a new car. You know, if you buy an expensive ring and you're lame and you lead with your money and all that type of stuff, that's different. But if you've actually built a relationship with somebody and it's not really about money, then it don't matter if you spend 200, 300K, $1 million on a ring. That's just a symbol. But yeah, I think I expressed my opinion right there.
All right, go ahead, Hink. I'm gonna come to you, and then also too, tell us if it's a good move or bad move that he got married. And then I know Dope brought up about the G-Wagon. Like, is that love or simping? But you can go ahead and get a good move or bad move in first, and then speak on that purchase that he made as well.
I think it's a good move, just with the wrong person. It's a good move, just with the wrong person, in my opinion. She's the wrong woman. He should have. He never should. She's just not the woman for him. You know what I'm saying? But he's never had a beautiful woman like that before in his life. So he wouldn't know how to turn her down, or get her straight, push in the right direction. He has no idea. This is probably the best he ever had in his life, despite of him being an athlete. Guys, in case y'all don't know, most of these athletes they don't have no goddamn game. A lot of them get the women just based off their athleticism, or maybe they're decent looking. But if you had to actually have a serious conversation and convince a woman into giving you the time of day, they have no idea how to do it because they never had to do it in their lives. Women was always attracted to them because of their name, their persona, what they could probably do. If he had actually go in there and had to work and put his game down, he wouldn't have a woman. Nothing like that. And so now he's finally got a beautiful woman. He don't know how to move and act and respond. So that's why he's doing what he's doing. So we're saying, look, I don't have no problem with him buying a G-Wagon, spoiling. That's his wife. That's his wife. If it was a girlfriend, I wouldn't have bought a shit. Now, I don't agree with the price of the ring he paid for. She would have never got that ring from me, not a wedding ring. Now, if we've been together for 10 years, you know what I'm saying, we got a little time behind us, I say, baby, I want to upgrade your ring. Let's go do this. And then I would do it. I had no problem with that. But off the rip, he probably should have went to a goddamn pawn shop for the heifer and got a goddamn ring and see how she respond and react to that. Now, if you with it, we get to that 10-year mark, I got you, baby. No worry, no problem. And what was your second question, JR?
Oh, no, you answered. I was asking about the G-Wagon. Was it love or simping? But you answered the question.
Yeah, I don't think that. Look, again, that's his wife. I don't consider that simping. I don't believe a married man can simp for his wife. I don't understand that at all. But I mean, maybe some people do feel that way. I don't believe you can simp for your wife because that's your wife. You know what I'm saying? You blessed her with your last name. She, like my man says, she's a reflection of you. So I definitely don't think it's. She's just a wrong woman, though.
Whatever research study, there's something called threats to validity. Research studies are objective; they're not subjective, so it's factually based. Again, bringing up different races, those are variables. So if the variable is race and there's black men and white men, the findings are going to be different. The facts are going to be different because of black men's lived experience and white men's lived experience when you ask them. But it's going to be it's going to be facts. You're going to say, we surveyed 900 men, and according to those 900 black men, this was the results of when they spent this much money on a wedding ring, and this was the results when they spent, more than 20,000. That would be factual findings based on that. Now, the threat to validity is whether or not those men are being truthful or not. But whenever you do a research study, you depend on them being truthful and honest and stuff like that. That's all you can do. The study with Emerson University is peer-reviewed. Is several professors that worked on the study, conducted the study and stuff like that. If you were to go do findings, the findings of a study can't just be like manipulated. Like a woman would have to go find her own study that shows something to combat what you're saying. Otherwise, it's not a valid research study. That's why we look at the tier of the research study. Where did we look at the tier and the criteria of the source? Is this something from Wikipedia? Is this from a .org website? Is it from .edu? Did this come from a university? Where's the study from? That's where you determine the credibility of the source. It can't just be something just manipulated to fit what you want to do. When I did my research study, I had to do my research study, and I did it on black and white students' perception of social studies curricula. Now, I wanted the findings to show that the curriculum was biased. I didn't manipulate the research to say that. I had to go off what the students said. And according to the students' completion of my survey instrument, it proved that the social studies curriculum was biased.
You can manipulate a study by only asking people who are going to agree with the outcome that you want, which was my point. And to say that just because they asked 900 men of what age, of what ethnic background, of what upbringing, and what personal experience, if you go target men who, say for example, you go target a bunch of men who follow this red pill manosphere and ask them these questions, it should be assumed, or at least if not solidly understood, that you're going to get a lot of guys who are anti-women because of things that they've dealt with women. And they're trying to, they found a space where they can build and bond. But now, if you wanted to, for a counter, if you ask a bunch of content creators, how they feel about content creators as a useful to society, they're going to have a very different answer than people who aren't in the space. So it's not difficult, nor is it impossible to manipulate any study. Feminists have been doing it since forever. So has the alphabet community, and so has the majority of these anti-man's movements, you know, against fathers' rights, things like that. So it's not. It's. I don't think it's. I don't want to say it's disingenuous. I just don't think that it's a assertion that can be easily or largely defended to say that a study can't be manipulated.